Hey everyone, this is Gary Morse with Easy Homes University, and I'm here with Dan Layton and with one of our most recent partners, Jeff Heck, who just went through the coaching with Dan and they've had a very successful month. And so today we just want to share with you guys a little bit about what the behind the scenes look like, what the transition from starting with the coaching that Dan supply to the end result. And I think you're going to be really surprised at the end result. So Jeff, it's good to have you here.
Thanks, Gary. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good to have you. So I want to start a little bit to have everybody that's watching learn a little bit about what it's been like working with Dan.
Yeah, it's been a really great experience. I met Dan through a mutual contact, and turns out we both lived in the same area. So I was able to contact him through that, and I gave him a call. And kind of being new to the industry, I wanted to get kind of his advice and expertise on the matter and what I can do to be, successful.
Sure. And
we probably had a nice 45-minute phone conversation.
Nice.
He told me kind of what to look for in these mobile homes, what not to do, what to do, maybe a talk path of talking to the homeowner.
Yeah.
It was really an easy and smooth transition, and I was able to go out there, utilize what he told me to use with Craigslist and Facebook. I found a home on Craigslist that kind of met the criteria of what he was looking for. I called him up. I said, what do you think of this opportunity? And he's like, I think it's great. Here's kind of what we need to talk about with the homeowner. So I gave the homeowner a call back, discussed what his situation was, why he needed to get out of the home, the parameters of the home, the roof, the inside, beds, baths, all the kind of basic stuff. And once he started telling me these things and it was kind of matching up with what Dan had told me, that's kind of when the light bulb went on. I go, I think this is a great opportunity.
Wow.
So I called Dan. I told him what the asking price was. He's like, well, I think this is kind of what we should offer for the home. I called the homeowner back. He agreed to it. I scheduled a time to go down and inspect the home because the offer was contingent on a inspection.
Sure.
And I was all prepared to go down, and the other Dan was going to be in the area that day. And that's when Dan had called me and said, great news. One of my partners is going to be able to help us out on this. And he was able to go down, use his expertise to kind of do the inspection with the homeowner. Yep. And they kind of came to a mutual agreement, and it's been a very smooth process.
Wow, that's great. So in terms of the amount of time that this has taken, when did you first contact them, and when was the close of the deal?
I'd say I talked to Dan on the phone, that 45-minute phone call. I think I found the home on Craigslist within 36 hours.
Wow.
And then I called Dan immediately, kind of told him what I found. And between the initial contact with the homeowner and the closing of the property, I would say it was about 5 days.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
It was very, very exciting.
Wow. And what was your profit on that?
My profit on that home was $4,200.
Wow. That's exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah,
I'm ecstatic. It's
yeah.
It's something I really need, and it's
sure.
It's,
right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas, and I'm looking forward to moving on to the next one.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, in terms of, as you kind of review some of the other real estate investing opportunities that are out there, what makes mobile home investing so unique?
I think it was working with experts like these guys and using their experience, and just being coachable. And I think this unique experience was how fast it was.
Sure.
You're not dealing with huge amounts of money, and it was just trying to help out that homeowner because they were kind of in a bind. They needed to get out of the home, and we were able to provide that for them.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, so Dan Layton, let me ask you, working with Jeff, both you and Dan Payton, what would you say marked the success of him making such a quick return?
I would probably say that the information that he gathered was accurate. He talked to the seller, and I don't know. I think it was the speed of the communication, the information that he gathered, and that we identified it as a hot deal. And the ironic thing was, like you said, I was heading down that way to do a different deal, and I said, listen, I'm going to that west side, and if you want me to, I can swing by, and everything that he had looked at was validated. I did find some other things on the home that obviously a picture wasn't going to be able to tell. I had a little dip in the roof, just a little one. Had a lot of moss on the roof from some pine trees, and I literally took some snapshots and sent them to Dan Payton, my partner, because if there's something that ever gets me a little bit wishy-washy is if, the roofs aren't perfect, and this one was not perfect, but it was still something that was workable, and we ended up executing on it. I didn't think there was any way we would not make money, and lo and behold, we bought it. We found out that community was was owned by someone that we already have a relationship with, and it was a very smooth transition because they wanted to keep the home in. It was just a win-win-win.
Yeah.
A win for Jeff, win for the park, win for us. I always love to look for those 3 wins, and man, oh man, it hit pay dirt, and everybody left happy.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
And one of the things that really excited me in the initial phone call with Dan was his, number one, his experience, number two, how many buyers they had.
Sure.
So if they have someone already in their mind who they're going to sell a home to, it really helps the purchasing process at the
Right.
beginning, knowing that there's going to be a quick end in sight.
Yeah, because that's the whole other side of the pyramid where you have to start looking for who's going to be the buyer once
Right.
I acquire this property.
Exactly.
So having somebody, either having access to that buyer's list or people that can show you how to find them is a key element in the success
Absolutely.
of the students and partners. So, okay, that's all that we have today. So thank you for just watching another great testimony from Easy Homes University. Take care.
All right, see you guys.
Excellent.